Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to build a BMI calculator in Java. And today I'll be using BlueJ because it's a good IDE for beginners. And IntelliJ was a bit complex, so I decided to use BlueJ. And you can download it from the web. Just type BlueJ download and it will be there. So this is my project. I've made a new project. I'll make another one. New project. Uh, I'll name it project new and go. So this is my new project. I can close this one and I'll just maximize. So now this is a readme file. This is a txt file. Yeah. And basically we have to make a new Java file. So we'll click on new class and BMI. I'll name it BMI and it's there. Now you just have to double click and it will open. And this is just a bunch of random code which we can just remove. Let me just maximize it. And don't remove the class, just remove everything that's present inside the class, like this. And now create a main function, public static void main, string, args, and sorry. And yeah, so now we basically have to take two inputs, which is height and weight, and we'll be using the metric system, which is centimeters in height and kilograms in weight. So let me just import the scanner class so we can take the input. Import java.loader.scanner, and now we'll make a scanner is equal to new scanner, and we have to take the input, so system dot in inside the brackets. You can basically name this anything, like you can name it SC, which is short, so I'll use a SC. Yeah, so this is a variable, you can name it anything. And now we'll just print height. So it will first print height, then we can take the input from the user, which is in float height h. I'll name it h equal to scan sc dot next float. Then we can print weight and float w is equal to sc dot next float. So basically we are just saying that this code is basically an input and it's being stored in a variable called h. So when we take the input, it will be stored in this value and the weight will be stored in this value. Okay, then I'll just print input fully taken, so we can just see if it's working or not. So I'll click on compile, no syntax error. Then I can just go on to this window and right click and click on this void main strings, and now just click on OK, and it's running. You can see height. Now I'll input a random height. Let's put 186 centimeters, and weight, let's take 87. So input successfully taken. So it's taking the input successfully. Now we can just make the working. So the formula is weight by height square for metric system. So let's do it. We'll make a float BMI, and which is w is for weight, and height square, which is height into height. And also we have to put into 10,000, so we get the correct value. So this is the formula, and I hope it works. Let me print system.out dot println BMI and see if it's working. So compile and main function, and 186 and 87, and yeah, we got the BMI. So it's correct. And let me just, now we have to make a if statement, like if the weight is greater than or less than. So we also have to tell the user whether they're underweight, overweight, normal, or obese. So let's make that too. So we'll make an if statement. If BMI is greater than is equal to 18, and this is the symbol for and BMI is less than 25, then it should print and you are normal, and we'll close it. First we'll just make a convenient statement. Your BMI is, and plus the BMI and dash, and then else if. When we make a second if statement, we have to make it else if, and because it's a bit convenient, because we first have the if statement, then else if, then another else if, then else. So else if BMI is less than 18, then they're underweight. So system.out.println and you are underweight. Now we'll make another else if. Else if BMI is greater than 25 and BMI is less than 30, then they're overweight. And you are overweight. And then we'll make another else if statement for obese. Else if BMI is equal to greater than 30 and BMI is equal to less than, let's do it 50, because I don't think there's anyone whose BMI is more than 50. It's very rare, and basically people who have more than 50 are basically an exception. So we'll take 50 as the highest BMI, and we'll just print and you are, let me just make it greater than, because we already have this is equal to here, and you are obese. So that's it. Now we'll just make an else statement, which is the input is invalid because only these statements are possible. Other than that, the BMI or the input is invalid. Your input is invalid. So that's it. Let's see if it's working now. So we'll compile and we'll go to this window, void main strings. Okay. So let's input 186 and we'll make it 7. So it's 25.147417. So it's more than 25. So it's overweight. And this statement is coming below the statement which is not right. So let's just get it. Let's improve it. We should remove the ln from here. Yeah, and that will do. Let's compile and run it. Now I'll take a normal weight and let's see if the BMI is coming normal or not. So height, I'll take 186 again, but I'll take 80 as the weight. And see, it's 23.12406, so it's normal. And it's basically working very well. And if you write the code as I have mentioned, then it would work this way. And this is our code, around 38 or 40 lines of code, which is not a lot of code, because I've made one program which is like 200 or 300 lines of code. So this is convenient and it works amazingly. So yeah, this is basically the code. So I hope this works for you, and now it's time to say goodbye. I'm going to work on some more code and drink more caffeine. So bye bye.